Welcome to the Apple Mailbox YouTube channel.
If you like the video, please share it with your friends and subscribe.
Hey Bella, I wanted to let you know that I'm expecting, and the baby's father is your husband.
What? Who's this?
Fiona, I'm a dancer from Miami.
How old are you, Fiona?
25, a couple of years younger than you.
Right. How did you get my number?
I had access to George's phone one night while he was asleep.
So, you went to all that trouble just to inform a woman who hasn't had kids about this? It sounds like you entertainers have a lot of time on your hands.
It surprises me how you're so calm, even knowing your husband got involved with someone like me, and there's a baby on the way. It's hard to watch someone be so indifferent about it.
I've learned not to let my emotions control me.
Most women would be heartbroken and regretful.
I can't just show my emotions because you want me to.
After all the effort I took to contact you, I expected more drama.
Sorry to disappoint. What's your endgame here?
I want you to leave, George. I feel I should be in the position of the CEO's wife, not you.
You sound pretty entitled for someone in your position. Life is unpredictable. Anything can happen.
Isn't it sad how you can't even hold your husband's interest anymore?
Maybe we've just grown apart. It happens.
It's almost pitiable. You've lost your allure as a woman.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion.
With your mindset, you're probably going to demand a huge payout, right? Money's not a big deal for me. I've got plenty.
If you're offering, I won't say no.
Always about the money with you, huh? No wonder he strayed.
Aren't you after the same thing? Would you look twice at George if he wasn't successful?
My feelings for George are genuine. Don't group me with your materialistic ways.
All right, enjoy your time with the wonderful George then.
So you're agreeing to a divorce?
If all this is true, sure. But I need a year before we finalize anything.
Why? Our baby will be here by then.
That child will be under my care initially. You can try for custody later.
I want to register the birth as a married woman.
Everyone has their challenges. I have mine.
What's there to wait for? File the papers and move on.
I need to speak to George. I can't just believe everything you say.
Every word I've told you is true.
Trust is hard when it comes from someone who would disrupt a marriage.
Just speed things up and divorce him.
Last I checked, you weren't calling the shots in my life.
Seriously, Bella, you're really getting on my nerves.
I'm surprised you can keep a job, even as a cocktail waitress, with that kind of attitude.
I swear I won't let this slide.
Funny, considering I should be the one livid right now.
Just remember, you started this.
My name's Bella. I'm 27 and mostly stay at home looking after things. My husband, George? He's a big shot CEO. I always saw him as this dedicated, straightforward guy who isn't into the nightlife scene. But there was this one time at a cabaret club, and I thought maybe some woman tricked him there. When he got back, I confronted him, and he confessed everything, even about the child. The truth hit me hard. Tears were hard to hold back. We talked about divorce, and he agreed. He also said he'd talked to that woman, but she was way more stubborn than I thought. What she did after, though, it's insane. Pure madness.
Look, I'll offer you one more chance. Just divorce him and move on.
Nope.
You're unbelievable, ignoring my generous offer.
Honestly, I don't care. What's your angle here?
Guess where I am right now?
I'm not in the mood for games.
Fine, I'm at the ward office.
Why should I care?
I'm about to file divorce papers for you and George.
What? Are you serious?
Thought I'd do you a favor and speed things up.
You do get that's illegal, right?
It's just some document tampering. I doubt it's a big deal. Not like they'd jail me for it.
You really don't get the gravity of it, do you? Wait, aren't you expecting? Maybe focus on that?
That's why I'm rushing things.
Pregnancy without planning sounds irresponsible. Don't push your issues onto me.
Honestly, you've got so much time. Why not just sign those papers and move on? Maybe leave that fancy house while you're at it.
You're after the house too?
Well, yeah, I've always dreamt of living in such a place. Once I'm George's official wife, that'll be my place.
Is that what you genuinely want?
Why is it any of your business?
I remember you saying you didn't need anything as long as you had George.
We need somewhere to live, don't we? Plus, it's an achievement for me to have gotten George, who can offer all that.
Gotcha. But let's wait a year. For your sake, take those papers and leave now.
Don't tell me what to do.
Then suit yourself.
Once the legal stuff's done, you'll move on too. You'll see. Consider this me doing you a favor.
But can you truly cherish George, come what may?
Seriously, Bella, why do you even bother? Even if the whole world's against me, I'm never leaving his side.
That's pretty intense.
Guess you're on the losing side then. Be good, okay?
Bella, is that you?
Why'd you add me to the group chat? Hoping George will come back if you shed a few tears? Too late. I already sent in the divorce papers.
You did what?
Figured I'd save George the hassle, so I filed for him.
But I didn't give my consent.
Oh, I just signed for you.
Isn't that illegal?
You were going to do it eventually. I just sped things up.
Are you kidding me?
Let's park that issue for now. We've got bigger fish to fry today.
What's there to discuss? I've already won here. Not only do I get the CEO himself, but all the wealth that comes with him.
And you're okay with his aids too?
Come again.
George is HIV positive.
Say what?
Remember those blood tests from the fertility clinic?
Uh-huh.
That's when we found out.
This has to be a bad joke.
I got the results just yesterday. I was trying to find the right time to tell you, but you've been MIA. Thought you both should hear it together.
Hold up. AIDS is infectious, right?
Yes, it can be transmitted through blood and sexual contact.
Oh my God, this is a nightmare. This isn't something you joke about.
Excuse me?
I was with him in the dark about all this. What if I get infected? I've got a whole life ahead.
That's the cost of not being informed.
Say that again.
If you're on proper medication and stay informed, living with HIV is manageable. Timely treatment can prevent its progression and reduce the risk of transmission. Heck, you can even plan a family.
I don't trust that. What if my child gets it? Will you stand accountable?
That's not on me. George, you need to see a doctor ASAP.
This can't be happening. Do I really have AIDS?
Let's take it one step at a time. We'll get through this.
And you, Bella?
I'm negative.
I'm so lost and scared, Bella. Will you be there?
The one you tied your future with is right there.
Enough of this! Seriously? Playing the pity card with me now?
Excuse me?
I see it now. You agreed to the divorce so easily because I sensed something wasn't right with you. You were just eager to ditch your husband who has AIDS, am I right?
Were you even paying attention when we spoke? Just so you know, I only found out yesterday. And you? You've been ready for a divorce for ages, saying you'd cope after a year.
Who needs an HIV diagnosis in prison, right?
What are you even talking about? Bella and I split so I could be with you.
Don't act so self-righteous.
What about our baby? You did say it's mine, right?
I don't want my child to have a father with AIDS.
Didn't Bella tell you? There are treatments now.
I can't even stand being near you.
That's heartless.
Hold up, when did I even contract HIV? I never cheated on Bella. Not once since we got married.
But you wanted to get with me, right?
You said you couldn't recall. All I remember is waking up in your place.
Seriously?
She She showed me a photo of us in bed and said she was pregnant.
And you just bought that?
You cried about wanting the baby. I thought I had to man up and take responsibility.
Something's fishy. Maybe it's time for that DNA test I've been considering.
How dare you? The baby is 100% George's.
If you're so sure, why not prove it? A test should confirm.
Think about the stress on me.
Just a simple blood test from you is all that's needed. What's the big deal? Got something to hide?
Absolutely not, but why can't you just trust me? I always tell the truth.
If you're always truthful, then you're lying right now. You once said that even if everyone turned against George, you'd be by his side, remember?
That was before I knew he had AIDS.
It's not real love if you'd leave him just for being ill. Stop misusing the word love, okay?
You're insufferable. You're no different wanting a divorce and then suddenly being all in.
I never got the divorce.
Wait, what do you mean?
Did you make sure those divorce papers were processed?
I just dropped them off. They wanted ID and I panicked, so I just left them there.
So it was never official. Actually, it couldn't have been.
Why?
I'd already put in paperwork to block any divorce filings.
What's this about now?
It's a move I'm making. Basically, I want to ensure no divorce application is accepted unless I put it in.
Seriously? You did that? And why'd you want our divorce to hang for an extra year? What's the game?
My plan was to ensure George gets a good part of our wealth.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Do you recall that business I put money into?
Oh yeah, the one where you invested a lot from my dad's inheritance?
Exactly. That very company is set to become public next year.
That sounds like a big deal.
Once it's public, I planned on selling my shares and splitting the earnings with you during our asset division.
But why? After everything I wronged you.
When I found out you and Fiona were expecting, it hurt, sure, but part of me was glad. I've seen that longing look in your eyes whenever we'd pass by kids at parks.
Oh, Bella.
So, despite the betrayal, I genuinely want you to experience fatherhood. And when the company gets listed, its value will shoot up. And since it'll be an asset split, there'd be no taxes on gifts. So waiting till then to divorce seemed best.
You still care that much?
Look, you could divide assets even post-divorce. Don't hide behind excuses.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe it was all just my lingering emotions. I said a year because I hadn't let go of my feelings.
Figures.
But George, it's unpredictable with businesses. Still, I figured with that kind of money, you'd ensure a good life for your child.
Again, you've always thought about what's best.
Hold on, how valuable are these shares?
If sold, they could net a few million.
Seriously? You could have led with that. Fine, George, I can live with your HIV. But we're living apart. You can see our kid, but we'll only chat online. And don't forget, I expect $50,000 monthly. Those are my terms.
What is she on about?
She's lost it, hasn't she?
Seems so.
These last few days of talks have drained me.
What? I've made plenty of compromises. You should be thanking me.
First, I need to be sure the baby's mine.
That's out of the question.
No, it's possible with today's tech.
I might catch HIV.
You don't catch it from a test, silly.
If the child's mine, I'm in. But if you're playing games... Got the whole picture now?
I'd rather not comment.
That says everything.
Man, I'm relieved I didn't cheat in the end.
Drowning in alcohol wasn't exactly innocent either.
Yeah, I get it. Bella, I truly regret it.
This isn't something I can just brush off. We'll talk later.
And me? What about me?
Maybe you should talk to the real dad?
That's the problem. I don't even know who he is.
What am I supposed to do? I can't help you with that.
You almost had me raising someone's kid.
Let's not get deeper into this. Spending time on her is pointless. She'll only hurt herself in the end.
So no child support, huh?
Seriously?
My plan's a mess. I need that money.
Managed to sort out the issue with the club girl. That's one thing off my list. Wait a sec. George, how'd you contract HIV? Hang on. I'll speak to him. George, I didn't ask before, but where did the HIV come from? I was nearly ready to reconcile.
It's not like that. I'm not even sure how it happened. Maybe from a flight or a bar?
You don't catch HIV like that.
I might have gotten someone's blood on me.
What were you doing? Tell me the truth.
I lost control during a trip.
You brought this on yourself.
I'm so sorry. I never thought it would lead to this.
I can't believe I let you touch me.
Please, I'm begging for your forgiveness.
Divorce is the only option.
Hold on. We were going to discuss things.
No need. I'll contact my lawyer.
And our stocks?
What about them? Did you think you'd get any?
But it's worth billions.
I can't take legal action if it's a foreigner's fault. However, I can take the assets.
Have some mercy!
Get ready for what's coming. Got my divorce. George confessed to sleeping around, so I took half of everything. I tested for HIV, negative. Wonder if that club girl did the same. After George confided in a friend about his HIV, word spread, forcing him to step down. His company collapsed due to the gossip. Now he's juggling jobs and is swamped in debt. Who could have guessed it'd end like this? HIV isn't that scary if you're informed. Yet, the discrimination against it is disheartening. No sympathy for George, though. As for the club girl, she's back to her old ways, leaving her kid in nighttime care. A year later, I sold off some stocks, made a hefty profit, and now I run my successful business. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please press like button.